Listen 3000.
What's going on, everybody? I am Cesar.
And I am Zen.
And we are at Listen 3000. Yeah, it's always good to be back. This is episode 34.
Yes.
Yeah, look at this going. Yes, it should be a fun one. But first, we always have to shout out the people that we love to represent. Agents of Fandom.
Yes, yes.
Great group over there. TJ, Garrett, everyone that's running it, everyone that's a part of it. And we just love y'all. And yeah, we just want to give a shout out to them. And if you want to go to agentsoffandom.com, or you can follow them on Twitter or all the social media platforms, and check out their podcasts, which are Fandom Academy, lovely Listen 3000,
yes.
Agents of Fandom,
and
Tickets to Reality. Yes. And shout out and love. What did I do with my hands? I'm trying to do a thing. Shout out and love to Agents of Fandom. And also, before we start this thing and introduce our lovely special guest today, this is the Sound Gallery Studios. Thank you for always allowing us to be here in this great space. And yeah, come book it up. It is a recording studio. And come give it some love.
Yes. So yeah, we got our special guest today.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be fun.
This guy, man, he reached out to us and showed a lot of love on our past episodes, man. And I was like, man, we got to get him on here. We got to talk all this nerdy stuff with him. So yeah, shout out to my guy, Fat Thor.
Yeah.
Hey everybody. Thank you guys so much for having me. It's a real honor to be here.
Mutual,
of course, man. Thank you, man.
Yeah, seriously.
Thank you.
Proud of love for sure, man.
Yeah. If you want to just tell people what you do and tell them about yourself real quick before we get into it.
Yeah, for sure. Well, I'm known online as Fat Thor, and I host a podcast called The Sons of Mjolnir with my two buddies, Gorgon and Cap. And on top of that, I write about nerdy stuff like comics, movies. I'm the comic book editor over at thestreamer.com. So we actually just did a relaunch a couple days ago. So go check out streamer.com. We have movies, TV on my side. I got comic books, weekly comics, reviews, all that kind of stuff. But other than that, I just talk about nerdy shit, man. I love talking about comic books and comic book movies, and any opportunity that someone will give me to shout the gospel of the comics, I'm always there.
That's awesome. That's awesome, bro.
Beautiful.
Before we get into our topics today, we wanted to talk to you about some things and pick your brain real quick. So
hell yeah, let's do it.
We know you're big into comic books, man, and I wanted to know what are some recent runs that you can recommend to some people. Really me, but like, what are some good runs that you can?
Okay, I got you. I got you.
Ones, yeah.
Well, recent, I gotta go. It's gonna be by the same people, 2 runs, but Captain America, Sentinel of Liberty, and then also Captain America, Symbol of Truth. So that's gonna be one with Steve Rogers as Captain America, and then the other with Sam Wilson as Captain America. Right. And currently, right now, both runs have converged into an event called Cold War. So we got 2 caps. There's like this big spy kind of conspiracy going on. It's so good. It's really good. That's going to be by Jackson Lansing and Colin Kelly, the hive mind of comics. Those guys, they're great. But yeah, both Captain America runs, definitely recommend. And then also same people by them is the new Guardians of the Galaxy run.
Oh, wow.
So
okay.
I think that's in issue 3 right now. But it's basically the Guardians in like a Western, and like, Star-Lord's like straight up like Clint Eastwood type, cowboy kind of character. They're in a whole new section of the Marvel universe in space that has never been explored before. And Groot is basically like this giant like planet-eating monster. And we don't know how he got there yet, but yeah, it's really, really good. But I would recommend those runs. Those are probably my favorite right now. Besides Thor, of course. You got to shout out Thor.
Yes, of course.
Yeah. But yeah, I would recommend those.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, that's awesome, man.
Wow.
Yeah,
of course.
Check those out.
Yeah, they sound crazy.
Nah, for real.
Wow.
Dude, they're cooking hot.
That's what it sounds
like. Right. All right, one last question before we get to it. What's your favorite comic book adaptation as far as films go that you can say that you really enjoy?
Ooh, that's a tough question. It's like, who's your favorite kid?
You know what I mean? Multiple ones up there. Go ahead.
Well, I mean, if you're going comic adaptation, like adapting from a comic,
Yeah.
I would probably say Into the Spider-Verse. Not
Oh,
not because of the story, like the story doesn't necessarily follow one specific, run. Obviously, it kind of follows the Spider-Verse stuff in the books, but just the way it looks and the way that they're able to, like, it literally feels like a comic book on the screen. And I think,
so true.
we're talking about adaptation of comic books, like that's the best I can think of. Like they just do such a good job. And obviously in Across the Spider-Verse, they, step it up even more. But yeah, you gotta go Spider-Verse, man.
And that was a great way to answer that too.
Yeah.
Because it's not what you're thinking for
Right.
a regular comment. No, I like that. That was great. That's a great one. Yeah. Now I know I got one. We've asked. We've. I just love this question, especially coming from someone that knows a bunch of comic books more than I definitely would. Is there a run of any that you want to see soon in live action?
Oof. Well, I mean, we're already getting Kang Dynasty, and that was like,
True.
I'm a huge Kang fan from the comics, so that was super exciting. And obviously Secret Wars, which is already coming.
Of course.
But I mean, I don't know. I would love like Annihilation Conquest. That would be awesome. I mean, now that we're getting the Fantastic Four coming, there's a lot of stuff with them. I mean,
Yeah, the door's open with that
the
one.
future is bright, my friends. The future is bright.
Very
But
true.
yeah, I would say
Very
probably
true.
Annihilation Conquest. I think that would be really cool.
Okay.
I'm into it. And honestly, you're probably not too far off. I'll be hearing things and things. You never know. Just remember what did James Gunn say? Originally, I heard he said he was gonna, if it wasn't High Evolutionary in Guardians 3, he was gonna choose it to be who was the person? I'm sorry,
Annihilus, I think.
Yep.
Yeah.
It was gonna it was in mind.
Yeah,
So
for
something
sure,
might
for
happen. Never
sure.
know.
Yeah, I think he's coming for sure. And I mean, we know that Nova is coming, like
Yep.
confirmed.
Yep.
So, we're getting into
True,
that
right?
part of the universe. So,
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
Well,
I think
let's
that'd be
see. I
awesome.
hope so. Yeah, that'd be
Yeah.
dope. That'd be dope. All right, man. You want to get into this the madness of the news
Yeah,
recently?
I'm trying to find like every single one. I got a good amount of them.
Even if you don't, I can remember the names of the ones if you don't get them.
Okay. It's just really the dates. I got the names.
The actual dates say less.
Yeah,
All
it's
right,
really
cool.
dates.
So
But
yeah.
we can start off. So recently, I'm assuming this is probably due to the writer's strike, but Disney and Marvel, and I'm sure this is going to be the only companies doing this. They were the first to do it, but
Yeah, because I heard DC might have to also, but I don't know if that's true.
for sure. A lot of movies got pushed back and delayed. Some significantly, some not as far as others, but we got a lot of pushbacks on a lot of the movies we've been anticipating.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I'll run down a few and then we can kind of talk about which ones are really pressing.
And not even just that. I think in some we can talk about maybe what the delay does for it, good or bad, too, depending on the movies.
Right.
So yeah.
So we can start with Captain America: Brave New World.
Okay. Does it say what the original date was?
The original date was August 26, 2024, which was next year.
Okay.
And it's moving to no, I'm tripping. It was May 3rd next year. I'm sorry.
Okay.
It's moving to August 26th.
Excuse me.
So that's where it's
okay.
at.
So we got what?
For Cap.
Couple
months.
Three
months.
Yeah, a couple months.
Honestly,
yeah.
I put thumbs up to this delay.
Yeah.
Personally.
I feel like take all the time they need for that.
Right, for this one. Yeah. It seems like there's a lot going on in this movie. And right, like
you got
like
Harrison Ford, you got
like,
Sam Wilson Cap, you got Falcon, you got a bunch of freaking Hulk people.
I keep forgetting the leader's still there. Like
Yep,
he's in the back. Like, do y'all remember that he's still in the film?
As the villain. I remember
First.
when they first
Then you got Serpent Society. There's a lot going. What happened with the? Remember there was a. Oh, I'm trying to get it quick. Sorry, y'all. There was like set photos that were going around, and before we even saw Harrison on set, there was a photo of something that was maybe around like the director's types of chairs, right? And remember there was like a sticker on glass, and it was like Wolverine. It was like his things. Do you remember this?
Oh, I think I know what you're talking about.
And I don't even know. By the way, that might be nothing.
Think,
that might be not a thing. I'm just saying, why is it there? It was on set. So I was just like, guys, okay, yeah. So I take the time. Take the time.
Yeah.
Take it all.
All right. So from Captain America, we go to Thunderbolts, which is being pushed back from July 26, 2024 to the end of the year to December 20th, 2024.
for me again. Another, if y'all can go first, but I'll at
Mhm.
least say
Yeah,
another
no,
plus for
yeah,
that.
yeah,
I say thumbs up for me too, for sure.
Yeah,
that's one thing we've been here. Like we heard a lot, but then we didn't hear a lot about this movie. Like it's a lot of like.
I feel like I owe it an apology or something. I do. It's not. I feel like I validly was scared though. When it not scared, but like this is what we're gonna get next phase. Like when we first heard it, because it was. Remember, people are still like, not us here, but like people complain about Marvel all the time. You know what I mean? We're in like that era right now where it's easy to shit on Marvel. You know what I'm saying? So because of that, I just felt like that type of announcement, and Kevin was putting so much like weight at the time. When did he announce that? What was it? Was Comic-Con or was that? Okay,
yeah, that was a while ago,
right? And I was just like, this what we doing? Just like a bunch of people that fight. They just fighting. They don't got no power. Yo, okay, what we doing?
Question for you, bro. Since because you're way more into the comics. How did you feel about the Thunderbolts announcement from the jump? Like when they announced that was coming.
Well, I mean, I joke around all the time, and if people who know me or listen to our show, I joke around. I'm the Marvel shill, so obviously, I mean, I was excited. Like I'm always excited when this stuff comes. But I mean, to break down a little bit more, the reason I was excited for it is because Thunderbolts are basically, I mean, you guys probably know the basic, like, Dark Avengers almost. And, usually in the books, they're, run by Norman Osborn and Thaddeus Ross, and they're basically like a bad guys, but not bad, almost like kind of a Suicide Squad.
Right.
And I don't know, I just knowing that from Falcon and Winter Soldier that we have U.S. Agent, and then we had Yelena from Black Widow, and obviously Bucky's been around for a while. So to me, it just made sense that all these characters were gonna come together in a Thunderbolts type of team. And I don't know, man. I think it's gonna be a little bit more important than people are putting weight on it. I think, if rumors are to be true, if, they really are going to be going over the Tiamat stuff from Eternals with the Celestial, and, people are talking about adamantium maybe showing up in there. I don't know. I think there's whatever they're doing in the movie is going to be important in the future of the MCU. So I think people should be a little bit more excited and not write it off.
Perfectly said. That's why I was apologizing, Kevin.
You're good, bro.
That was me at first.
Yeah, but you're totally right.
And by the way, the comic. You knew all that. I didn't know potentially a Norman Osborn one day or something. Like I didn't know all of the things. I just knew. I just saw what I saw for surface level.
Right.
It was like, all right, I like Florence, Bucky, dope. But then it was like, all right, we're just getting a bunch of. But now you hear all the things that are going inside the movie, right? Like the team at Island, and like potentially we don't know. It's like if all of these things go inside of the movie in Sentry, like there's a lot to it that I didn't know was coming in. So I'm like, and y'all got fight? Okay, all right. I'm like, I'm interested now. Okay, all right.
And I don't think this is confirmed, but homeboy Steven Yeun, right? Is that his name?
No,
from
Invincible?
He's confirmed to be in it.
No,
he's in it, but
Essentially.
I say he's Sentry.
Okay, I hear y'all now.
But he's confirmed in it.
True. I just saw an interview where he was like the part that they were talking about. I'm like, okay.
Which I think he is Sentry. So fingers crossed. Like he's gonna kill it as Sentry.
I think so too. And I super agree with what you said about how important I think it's gonna be. Like way more. I think that's why Kevin probably put that weight on it. He was like, y'all don't know what I know yet. You know what I mean?
And don't even get me started on Eternals. Like if it connects to Eternals, I'm front row right there. I love
Eternals gang here. Meet
bro. What? Of course. Come on. Chloe Zhao forever. Let's go.
Oh man, I'm right with you. I
love that movie. That's like a comfort movie for me. I love it.
I love this. What a great thing. No, man, we don't hate on Eternals over here. Every time people hate on it, we like, we'll make the jokes will be funny every now and then. And I'm just like, it was nice. I enjoyed it.
I liked it.
I did.
No, you always got to poke fun, obviously.
Of course.
I love Eternals, man. I will not accept any slander
so
on
true.
that movie.
And it's crazy, really, when you think about it. Not to steer off too much, but it's crazy when you think about like people make fun of Eternals, but then like Thor, like 4 people hated. So it was like, well, what's good? What do y'all actually want? You know what I'm saying? It's like just pick a side here.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So what else we got? So Blade. I don't even know when that movie is supposed to come back. They've been pushing that back.
This is my first
mad
thumbs
times.
down. Not the movie. Oh my God, I want Blade. My thumbs down is this doesn't make me feel good that it's pushed back again. Yeah, writer's strike and everything, but like this was one of those movies that already we were like, what's going on? You know, they switched like writers 5 different times. It sounds like The Flash a little bit. You know what I mean? Like it's just a lot of.
It's starting to get into that territory. Honestly, I mean that was like unheard. That's like the detox.
Yeah, we'll probably never go back there. No, seriously.
Detox,
That's hilarious.
Literally
So true.
But yeah, it's starting to get in that territory. But at the end of the day, I got faith in Feige, and not only Feige, but Mahershala Ali. I mean,
he seems like really like into this, and he doesn't want it to be bad. Like you know what I mean?
The fact
like
that he's not leaving, right?
Yeah. And a lot of the changes seem to they said it was a lot on him, like him changing the directors because the script wasn't right.
Oh, come on!
A lot of little things like that. It's like, all right, so he's fighting for it. You know what I mean?
And you know he mean it because I heard that by the time Blade comes out, he'll be 51.
Yeah,
I was like, oh wow, he's still like, I'm gonna be here, y'all. Don't y'all think? You know, like I signed the contract recently. I don't care. You know, I like that. I like
so
that.
that's coming on February 14th, 2025.
Cool. I'll
Valentine's
take
Day.
it from this to this. Maybe it's good. Maybe
I'm in the middle. Like
right,
you
I
said.
get it.
I'm in the
Right,
middle
right,
with
right,
that
right,
one.
I'm with you.
Okay. Again, one of the ones I feel like we've been talking about this movie forever. Fantastic Four.
Oh god,
That's moved to May 2nd, 2025.
And what was it again? What was it? It was 24. I thought. I'm pretty sure it was 24 originally. Am I wrong?
Maybe
guys?
I don't know.
Should I look it up real quick? I think
look
that
it up
kind
real
of.
quick,
I just want to know if it was supposed to come out next year and we're getting a whole new year or not. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Fantastic Four. But yeah, but y'all say, so how do y'all feel about it being pushed back?
Hey man, get it right. That's me.
yeah, I'm major thumbs up on that one, especially like you said. I mean, Marvel's first family. You know what I mean? They gotta nail it, and especially from the what do they call it? Fan Four stick or whatever, the one with Michael B. Jordan as Johnny Storm and all that. After that, dude, like we need to come with the heat.
Yeah.
I mean, I know it's been a while. It's been a while since then, but still, they need to get it right.
And I found out it was the same year, so that's okay. That'll make me mad. I was going to be upset if it was like something in 24.
I think it might have been February.
It was February.
Or something like that.
Yeah. So that's good with me. Yeah, honestly, the rumors. Do you want to talk about what I think? Yeah, writer's strike. All of it, writer's strike. But some of them Jones were like, thank God we got to. You know what I mean? Like, there's reasons. I think because of all this casting nonsense that the rumors are going around. Yeah. I think that's probably why they were like, you know what? Let's just figure it out. Let's just go back to it.
Yeah. Let's take a break.
Yeah. Right. So just to fill y'all in a little bit. So there's just rumors going around. Y'all know that we've heard 5,000 people be in the cast already. Personally, what I've heard is that it's still confirmed that Adam Driver, no matter what, he's been locked. At least that's the rumor. Okay. Right. But if that is being said, everyone else apparently wants Adam Driver money. So they're now like, wait a second. What? No. We don't do that. And I'm not even trying to diss Terrence Howard, but y'all remember what happened? You know what I'm saying? So I don't, especially with people that aren't about to be Mr. Fantastic. You know what I mean? Yeah. I wouldn't hate on it for Sue depending on who they get, because I guess it's it's an actor thing. It's like some people deserve, they're like, look at my resume. Right. I gotta respect it. But I guess people were saying they were mad at it because they were like, what happened to the movie star making business? Like I thought they were trying to say that. I thought Marvel was the part of it was we make stars. Yeah. Right. And then someone responded and I kind of agreed a little more with what someone said, because that is true. That's completely true. But they were like, do y'all not forget that, I'm sorry, I do not want to get her name wrong. The great actress in Moon Knight. That was the Scarlet right? Yeah. She just got booked for Gladiator 2. Right. Like there's like Iman Vellani. What are we like? We're still here. We're still Shang-Chi. You know what I mean? It's still happening. But like for Fantastic Four, they're like, do y'all know how many times this movie was messed up? Don't y'all want it to be
right?
That they're like, let's just make sure that it's as perfect as possible, so no one can say anything. Yeah. It's just unfortunate the times we're in. I think people are still going to say something. Right. But I like the idea of that, and I can't hate on that being like we're going big because we don't want to. We're doing this for y'all. You know?
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I like that a lot, and I was kind of on the camp of, like you were just saying, not necessarily like, oh, Marvel has an obligation to make stars or anything like that, but I I do feel, part of me does feel like people like the Fantastic Four, like such an iconic kind of team. I kind of want a fresh face, like someone new, because I feel like Adam Driver, and then the other rumored one that I've heard is Margot Robbie.
Yes, yep.
Yeah. Which, I mean, both incredible actors. I mean, like you said, I can't be mad at that. They're going to give great performances. Right. But part of me is, I feel like I cannot watch it and be like, well, that's Margot Robbie as Susan Storm, you know, and I kind of want someone, I feel like when you get these new actors, fresh faces, they can like literally become that character. And it's like, oh, that's Sue Storm. I mean, Hemsworth as Thor, obviously I'm the Thor guy.
True.
He was very, very unknown before Thor. And now it's like, he's Thor. Like you know what I mean? You kind of get that. And even Chris Evans, I would say, is another good example. Like he became Captain America. It wasn't like that's Chris Evans playing a character. Like it's just like, that's Steve Rogers, you know?
Nah, you're right. Even Tom Holland, is Spider-Man to the point where now they try to like diss him outside of it, you know? So I am with you. I do get that. Man, now I'm sad because I do get it because it's Fantastic Four. It's just, it's going to be so monumental for Marvel for a long time. So I think I get that. It's like, maybe this is one of the roles you should, you know, or maybe mix it up.
Them to
I guess.
Grow into it too.
Exactly.
You know?
Right.
I mean, there's going to be a bunch of Fantastic Four movies, you know, spin-offs, all that type of stuff. So again, it's like when you attach a big name star to something like that, it's always a question of like, okay, well, how long are we going to get them? You know?
Not true.
Nah, you're right about that. That's what made me think that if they do have Adam already, they signed that man for long.
Bro, that check is fat.
Yeah, he's sitting at home. He's like, I'm putting on that Kylo mask no more. Not one more time. Now I'm with you, though. You did bring up a very solid point. I guess we just got to wait and see what they I do think they're going to maybe mix it up now, though, because of that situation. And, like, maybe having Adam and someone else be very big and the other two be, you know? Right. We'll see, though. We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see.
These last two that we got are the Avengers movies, and
sorry, did they move Secret Wars 2 or no?
I think they did.
That was one of the ones.
Okay. They did.
Yeah. I think it's just one extra year now
for both.
It's 27, right? And that's 26 now.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So that's 27.
Yeah. So Avengers Kang Dynasty was pushed back a whole year to May 1st, 2026. Same thing with Secret Wars.
Yes.
Also got pushed back a whole year.
I'm gonna be so much older by the time that movie. I'm like, oh my god,
walking up to the theater.
Yeah, right, my king. I'm here.
I'm ready for phase 7.
Hey man, that's gonna be when I'm 80. So we cool. That's cool. I'm getting ready for it.
In the theater together,
right?
man.
Yeah, come on. There we go. Yes.
But yeah, how y'all feel about that? I feel like that. I know everybody are.
What you better say?
You know, the Jonathan Majors situation.
I don't know about that.
Okay.
I'm playing. We know. I don't want to get in trouble, y'all. That's all. No, but seriously, yeah.
I know that. I know people have been saying like that probably also has some things to do with why they're moving things around a little bit. Because they probably have to restructure some of the story to figure out how they're going to move around. Because we still don't know if they're going to recast that. We don't know if they're going to change the villain completely. But I'm assuming that they are probably changing story things that they might need.
Really? That's your prediction on it.
Low key, you know, obviously the writer strike for sure, but I feel like the writer strike is
not
giving
that.
them.
I wasn't even talking about the reason for the delay. I was saying in your theory or your prediction, you think that they're going to change the story around instead of it being like, do you think it's still going to be Kang? It's kind of what I'm asking.
I don't know, but I do feel like they have enough time to like make adjustments, so it's not.
They do,
because if you remember, Kevin Feige or somebody from Marvel was saying that after seeing Jonathan Major's performance, they kind of put a lot more on the Kang character than they actually originally were planning to do.
Let's pull it flat out because I'm mad. I'm upset about it. Now we're here, right? Okay, so apparently originally when they were coming up with Kang, they were going to have Kang always as the villain. But this was casting anybody or having an idea of who they wanted. They saw Jonathan Majors and we were like, oh, we're going to make all of the Kangs be you. That was the difference. They were going to go a bunch of different actors to be Kang, which really still smarter, but
they still can do that.
They still 100% can. They just, it's a little harder now though, because they have to make story. If they're going to keep it in the story making sense, how are they going to make it so this dude that we just saw thousands of versions of only his face, now we're about to see thousands of versions of a bunch of different people's faces. What happened? True. If they want to, because they can easily just be like, hey guys, make an announcement. he messed up. He's a he did some bad stuff. He going, just so y'all know, we're not changing it, but this is a new person now. Like, that might be the easiest, and I don't really want that. I like when they make it in the story, but this is a hard situation. You know what I'm saying? So I don't, because it affects other movies. It's not one film. Yeah. It affects the entire franchise. So I'm just like, I don't know what they're gonna do. Yeah. Like, maybe, I don't know. What do you think? Do you think that they should just switch the whole character around? Or like, because I want Kang. At this point, we here, right? Oh, you. I'm sorry. Yeah.
Okay. I mean, dude, it's a tough situation. I mean, really tough. I was a real huge fan of the dude, before all this stuff happened. So, like, I was so excited for all of this, and I don't know. I think the easiest, if they are going to go the recast route, if that's what they decide to do, I think the easiest way to explain it is it's just going to be a small little kind of retcon from Ant-Man and the Wasp. Okay. Because we do know, based off of Loki and Spider-Man No Way Home, that variants don't have to look like each other.
That is true.
So, I mean, all the Spider-Men, we have, Tom Holland, we have Andrew Garfield. They don't look exactly like each other. And then in Loki, obviously, we have Sylvie, and then we see a bunch of other Loki variants.
True.
So we know that variants, they can look like each other, but they don't always have to look like each other.
Right.
So I think the easiest way that they could explain it is just say, like, what we saw in Ant-Man Quantumania, that was just a section of the Kangs, and they look like Jonathan Majors. But I mean, there's a
give
lot.
That man the horn.
Hey, let's go. I mean, there's infinite. Kang is everywhere. Kang is everything. That's the whole point of Kang. He's infinite. He's everywhere. So, like I said, you could just be like, yeah, this section all look like Jonathan Majors, but there's still more Kangs out there. And that, this Kang can look like this Kang can look like that. So I think that would be, if they are going to recast, that's the best way to go, and just kind of not put too much on what we saw in Quantumania, and just go with the idea of, like I said, there's infinite Kangs.
Right.
Kevin.
I love that.
Kevin. You're gonna have to hit up Fat Thor.
Hey,
he might owe you a check. You might have just. They might be listening. They might just write that in. Oh my God, we never thought of that. Thank you, Listen 3000 and Fat Thor. You know what I mean? Yo, because that's honestly we don't even, like, I never thought of that just now. Yeah. That is the only way, low key, to do it and make it make sense.
Yeah.
Wow, I love that. You just killed that.
Yeah.
Thank you, guys. Thank you.
Thank you. No, thank you. Kevin's probably going to thank you, too. Hopefully it's with a check.
Hey, like that was Papa Feige. My line is open.
Come on, man.
Yeah.
Same here. You know what I mean? I'll be in there. I'll just come for the meeting.
Hit us all up, man.
That's great.
Hey, one of us eat, we all eat.
Come on, talk about it.
We're all going.
Let's go. Seriously.
All right, so this last one.
Of course you say this for last. You're so excited.
Of course I am.
Yes. Respect. Me too.
This one is like the silver lining through all the pushbacks. This is the silver lining. We got Deadpool 3, which has moved up from November 8th, 2024 to May 3rd, 2024.
That's immaculate.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, I will ask, though, does it, for me, it doesn't, but I wonder, does it change or make y'all any iffy that it's coming sooner now?
A little bit, honestly.
A little bit? Okay. Yeah, talk about it.
Talk about it. Go ahead.
Well, my thing is, with all of these delays, is my number one thing is writers deserve to get paid 100%. Fair wages, 100%. So if that means, like, some things are bigger than cape shit. So, if that means we have to wait longer for all of this stuff, then whatever. Yep. We got to wait. Yeah, who cares? But I will say with Deadpool, like I said, I'm excited. Obviously, I want it, as fast as possible. But, if that means that they're going to be trying to cut corners, or if that means like they're going to be shooting things without writers on set, then that makes me worried. Hopefully that's not the case. And, maybe they're just further along in production than they were before. But like I said, if that is the case, then it does make me a little worried.
Right.
You spitting. Can't hate on that.
Yeah. I know a lot of people were saying they were worried about Ryan Reynolds not being able to ad-lib and improv a lot of the lines for the movie. And one thing I was thinking about that, which is kind of like a loophole, and hopefully everything gets resolved by the time they have to do like ADR and like recording the voices and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
He has a mask on. So like they might just make him wear the mask a little bit more than they maybe had planned to, because then in post you can just make him say whatever you want him to say.
That is,
you know what I mean?
True.
So like I was just thinking, like just little loopholes. I like because I know people been worried about that because Ryan Reynolds is a lot.
That's
of,
what this movie is. It's
type
improvisation. That's most of the movie.
You know what I mean? But other than that, though, I am extremely excited. I definitely agree with you. Like I'm hoping that they're able to get everything off the way they plan to, because it's a lot. Like we keep hearing things about this movie, and that'll lead us into the next topic. But we keep hearing so much about Deadpool 3, and I know we all had our expectations because this is like the first non-Marvel. Well, it's Marvel.
I see what you're trying to say.
It's the first thing that was like outside of the MCU that's now being
Fox
brought
version
into
now
the MCU.
here. Yeah.
You know what I mean? And now it's part of the canon now. So, we can get into some of the stuff.
Oh, I was just gonna say real quick.
Oh, yeah,
I'm
go
sorry.
ahead.
No, because both of you made really good points. It's just that I think that because Ryan Reynolds is not just the reason. It's a bunch of people that work on these movies, but without Ryan Reynolds, Deadpool wouldn't even be what it is right now.
Of course.
We know that, right? So like when it comes to him writing it, when it comes to him probably producing it, a lot of his creative vision is inside of it. You can tell the way that he does it, right? Yeah. So I feel like if obviously he's like, yeah, we're good to be early, I'm like, okay, I'm giving them the Kevin. That's crazy, but I'm giving them the Kevin pass for now. You know what I mean? I'm like, all right, bro, you know that we need this, right? This has got to be right. Don't play with it. Like, I feel like he knows. Yeah, right. And remember that thing that we called out a couple pods ago. Remember Sean Levy, his name, right? Or Levy?
Sean Levy.
Levy?
Was it not? No.
No. You mixing them up. Sam. Yeah. That's Levy. Yeah. But,
I know you're right. Sean Levy.
Right, Sean Levy, right?
Yeah.
Who's directing this one? Who did Free Guy with Ryan? This is the first time in any. And remember, we looked it up too. Yeah. This is the first time in any Marvel movie ever that Kevin isn't the main. That I'm saying confusing. Help me say it.
That the director is also executive producer?
The director is also marked as a producer, and Ryan Reynolds is marked as a producer.
Yeah.
You can look it up. James Gunn never even got that. That's nuts to me. Yeah. So whatever that means is like, one, their money is going inside of it personally, and two, they're like, yo, it's my baby. Don't play. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And we've and like look what and that's still James Gunn's baby. So I'm like, they got a lot more hands on. It seems. Yeah. So if they're saying this where go, I'm like, okay. All right. But that's all. Sorry.
No, for sure.
That's a good point. That's a really, really good point.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, so staying on Deadpool. Rob Liefeld, the creator of Deadpool. I know.
Sorry, I didn't mean to do that.
Oh no.
Yeah, you're funny. Yeah.
Nah, I know. I
didn't know people were here. Oh my god.
Nah, I know he's a character for sure. But he had mentioned some things about Deadpool 3. He didn't really spoil anything, but he was also saying that he's seen the cast list or the character list.
Wait, do you want to say the quoted tweet that said it? If you have to find it, don't worry about it. Do you have to find the tweet? Don't. I got you. The tweet was saying something about the casting of the movie. Like it was like, it was like some type of rumor of X-Men people being in the movie. Then he quoted it with this. I was just prefacing it.
Oh, nah. He's been saying this around. That wasn't the only place.
Oh, that wasn't the only. Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, he did an interview also last week that he was also speaking on that because he said he's been on a lot and things of that nature and had meetings with Feige and all types of stuff.
Okay.
But but he was basically just saying, long story short, that we're not prepared for what we're about to see in this movie as far as like the cameos and the payoffs that we're going to get for some of the characters from the Fox X-Men universe and all that. Right. And I know that we all kind of have our own theories and things that we think we're going to be able to see in this movie, but that's good to be reassured that, you know what I mean?
That is
by
true.
Somebody that's part of the
right in it,
or at least part of the creative process in some type of way. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because that tweet that I was saying, literally, he was like, I saw the casting, like word for word, he was like, I saw the casting list and I like couldn't believe it or something. I was like, you said that? Like you are surprised? Like okay, you know? So yeah.
And I know we seen like Halle Berry with the gray hair and like, you know, just hearing little things. So I'm like, I think I'm hoping they knock it out the park like we need it to be. You know what I mean?
I don't even want to keep getting this stuff out. Did you see the one quote from, was it Alex? It could have not been Alex. I don't want to put him out there. Alex P from Cosmic Circus. Shout out Alex. Go. But I don't know if it was Alex or not. but somebody quoted it, and it was like a blogger leak or something. One of the people in the game, right? And they quoted this thing that we're talking about, like about the X-Men people with a Scarlet Witch joint, and I was like, yo, bro. You're gonna have to calm down just a little bit. You're getting a little too much for me. Because this is why it's like you're gonna give us all the cameo, because someone else said the movie is, I think it was My Time to Shine, said the movie is Deadpool No Way Home.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh. So like literally it's like, because I don't look at Dead Way Home like a cameo fest. They were inside the film. You know what I'm saying?
It
like,
all made sense.
We all know why we love No Way Home. It's because they actually made it work and make sense, right? So that scares me for this. I'm like, you telling me we about to get a Deadpool movie that's still focused on Deadpool and we still get all the stuff we need, right? Still a buddy movie with Wolverine, right? Like the whole time or most of it or whatever that case is. And you're telling me we get everyone from, or at least most the ones that we're thinking from the Foxverse, and you're including Scarlet Witch, which means that it's connecting to Magneto, right? And there's more stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm like, we don't even know Domino, right? Like Zazie Beetz lying saying she's not in it, girl, miss.
I don't believe that.
Come on, man.
I was like,
y'all probably been shot Joker. Don't do that. But I understand, but you got to, you got to lie on it. But that's my whole, there's a lot going on. We still get his cast members. Like, so I'm like, all right. And then the send off part is apparently like, we're going to see justice for characters that didn't get they just do like a James Marsden. You know what I mean? So I'm like, how is this movie gonna be 4 hours? I'm like, how is it gonna make? I'm like, whoa.
I'll watch 4 hours of Deadpool.
Oh my God, all day. I'll take 3 extended versions. I'm cool. I'll do a director's cut in the theater. I'm with it. But just saying, I'm like, how are they gonna do this?
It's like, a tall order.
Wow.
It is, right?
Didn't we hear the old Fantastic Four is in it? We forgot about that.
Yeah,
remember?
I've heard that too.
Like, what is happening? So, whoa.
One of the theories that I really like, I feel like first place I saw was Task, homie Task.
Shout out Task.
Yeah, shout out Task. I want to say I heard it from him first, but he said it could be like Deadpool kills the Marvel universe, but the Foxverse.
Yes,
which I think that's a genius idea, but I don't know if they're gonna go like all the way there. I would love that. But I think the best way, I mean, my theory is I think it's going to have to do with these incursions that we learned about from Multiverse of Madness and in Loki. So I think the Foxverse is going to die, basically, like be imploded. And then we're going to have Deadpool and probably just Deadpool. I can't see. I love Hugh Jackman. Don't get me wrong. The man is Wolverine, but I cannot see him doing like 10 years of MCU. Like Wolverine's going to be in the MCU for a long time. So,
I think he might survive this, maybe, and then, or at least we're going to get him in Secret Wars. I would bet, and then that's the boom boom. You know,
exactly, but not like the main Wolverine. So I don't know. I feel like it's gonna be some sort of incursion sort of thing where the Foxverse is dying and then Deadpool and Wolverine are trying to either escape or save all these other people, which is how you get, Storm and, James Marsden, all these, characters. But I mean, like you said, it's
I like that.
Order. And I think that they're in a hard position because like you guys said too, everyone has their own idea of what they want this movie to be.
That's so true.
And everyone has their own headcanon of like, oh, well, I want to see this character and this character. So on its own, you're not going to please everybody automatically.
Right.
So like you said, it's going to be really hard to balance all of these different pieces and make it satisfying for most people. Like I said, obviously not everyone, but most.
No, you spitting again, right on. Because like as you say that, I'm thinking about obviously everything we just said, all the things that could be in the movie, right? Then I forget the TVA is involved because probably the incursions. But it's like you have to still make time. It can be one scene, but you still got to make time for it. You know what I mean? Then I'm like, bro, one of the other leagues, somebody said, oh, so we're getting Magneto. It's going to be Ian, right? They were like, both. I'm like, all right. I'm like, okay. I'm like, how? You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, literally just how. So no, you said it perfectly. Like a lot of people might still be disappointed even if this is as good as a No Way Home or better. You know what I mean? But like as long as they get 75%, 65, you know what I mean? They did their job because they got to do a lot if this is the send off for all of Fox. That's why I think it's like a fake off. I think it's gonna be like a fake send off, and then we see them again in Secret Wars, and then it's the send off, and then new mutants for, you know what I mean? For like, we're here now for the actual MCU.
Right.
We'll see, man.
I got one last question before we
come on, Deadpool
move on to
mode.
the next topic. Over under, y'all think we'll get some type of Deadpool teaser at Comic-Con, which is next month?
Teaser visually?
Mm-hmm.
So a teaser wouldn't count as like him coming on the stage and like saying something, right? Like,
well, they've been shooting the movie maybe now for maybe a month or two.
True. All right, so they might have a little.
They might have something to show. That's what I'm saying. I could see that.
When is it again? Next month?
Next month, yeah.
When did they start shooting? I'm really trying to do the math right now. Hold up. Like 3 months ago, 4 months ago?
It ain't been that long. Maybe
it's not that long?
Maybe two.
I'm going to say under. What you got? I'm going under.
What you think, Thor?
I would love it, by the way. Oh, my God, I would love it.
Why not? Yeah. Hell yeah.
They're going to do it.
I'm going to say, I'm going to say they'll do it, and I'll say I'm going to predict it's going to almost absolutely going to be something with Reynolds and obviously Jackman. Like, just like, I could see it just being literally like a 10-second thing, kind of like the thing they did when they're sitting on the couch.
Right.
But that type of, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I could see it being something exactly like that, but in character. Yeah. And then like, boom, logo on there. Like, that's all you need.
Yeah.
Oh man, now I can't take my under back because that's like a loophole, like a little 10-second. That's a tease for sure.
Because I was
tease,
right. I was watching something and they were saying how, like, I think when James Gunn first showed something from Guardians, I guess on like way back and
when he first
Comic-Con,
did it,
that they only had been shooting not that long. I guess during when they showed up as Comic-Con,
right?
So I'm saying it's possibility.
It's a possibility.
Yeah, it's definitely a possibility.
Wow.
That just,
honestly, bro, damn, I'm whatever. It's my rules. I'm taking the underback. I'm taking it back though because I'm realizing with all the writer's strike stuff. I remember there was rumors that they were going to go really big with a lot of new announcements since they pushed it all back, but they can't apparently, like the rules of the writer's strike stuff. So it's like if they can't talk about stuff that's going to be developed and hasn't been actually announced yet, then they're going to have to make us tease with the stuff that's already announced.
You know, a lot of things are in production right now.
Exactly.
Like Agatha's been shooting for a while. Cat's been shooting for a while.
Ironheart seems done. Like,
Ironheart
right?
Is done.
True.
Like,
we might actually.
A lot of
Agatha
stuff.
wrapped.
Agatha
wrapped.
Yeah. Oh, really? Oh, dope.
We still got What If season 2 that. We still got Marvel Zombies. Like, I don't know if Marvel Zombies is done, but I know.
Yeah, it might not be done, but maybe you get something,
Right.
True.
Because they had, like, I think last Comic-Con, they did show us, like, visuals of Marvel
pictures,
Zombies. Pictures, right?
Yeah.
X-Men 97 as well. Like,
right. That come out next year.
Got a lot of stuff that's in the tuck. You know
oh, my God.
So,
yeah, we're going to be eating.
We about to be eating crazy.
Oh, my God.
We'll
be fine.
Oh, man.
Right.
I got it. Get my life together. It's a lot of stuff. It's almost like because Secret Invasion is literally next week, so I'm like, oh, we're back. This is crazy.
Back.
Do we have another Marvel movie this year? No, right?
Marvel movie?
Yeah, this year.
The Marvels.
Oh my God, that is this year. Let's go.
Marvels,
so we still eating. Let's go.
Yeah,
Say less.
for sure.
Say less.
Right.
That was the last delay, right?
Yes.
Say less.
Yes.
Cool.
It's more like if y'all want to get into it. It's not,
There's Disney
We don't
stuff.
have to get into it
Yeah,
here,
it's not
but like
Marvel
if y'all
stuff.
need, Star Wars, just a lot of things that got pushed back. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And moved up. Look up the Avatar one.
The Avatar.
Oh my God.
I don't even know why they even.
Real quick, I just want to say what Zosa Donna said. Did you hear her reaction?
What she said?
She sounded so upset. I felt bad, low key.
What she said?
Because someone told her in an interview that it got put. I don't know if she knew or not. Maybe I'm assuming, but I don't know, right? So she's in an interview and they're like, "Did you hear that the last Avatar movie is in 2031?" And she said, "Great, I'll be like 20 years or 19 years older than I was when I first started the film." I was like, "Oh, you sound really that don't sound good, girl." Oh, I'm like. Tell us if they're holding you hostage. Oh, buddy. And it's crazy because they're critically acclaimed. Like, they're big Johns, but I know it's a lot. They're in the water. He probably gonna put them in real fire next time. I don't know what he's gonna do. And it takes a lot. They do it every year, So like, she must be like, let me get out of here. I was just green for 17. You know what I mean? Like, let me go. Now I'm blue. Like, let me just relax. But anyway,
I seen somebody posted I guess a set photo of the Avatar, the next one.
Okay,
I guess Avatar 3 is they're
already
either it's done or
it's
whatever.
almost done. Yeah,
and I just thought it was funny. They had like a little, I guess it was like an LCD screen. It was like sitting on like a table, and then like you could see all the like the equipment, the filming equipment around them. And I'm sitting there thinking like, I didn't know those blue people were real. Because I'm like, what is this? What is this showing? Like, what is this playback footage? Like, how are the blue people on the screen and y'all filming stuff over here? Like, I don't.
Right? Yeah. Wait. Oh, can they do it that fast? Like the playback of the CGI?
I don't know.
Oh, no. There's too many UFO sightings recently for you to tell me about this right now. I don't need...
Cameron
right?
has Avatar.
Come on, man. He probably been growing them. I don't like this. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. Oh, goodness.
I still haven't even seen that movie.
Me neither. Which
One,
the new one?
Yeah, I'm not a big on the Avatar.
I hear
Me either.
I'm not going to lie. If y'all got a big screen at the crib, just like... get fried and like take the time. It's kind of visually insane. I won't lie to you.
Yeah.
I don't even care if you don't pay attention to the movie. You got to watch the visuals though. Trust as
That's
the
what I mean.
type of movies you watch.
I
Yeah,
understand.
for sure.
You know, awesome. But I saw the first one like years after it came out.
Oh wow.
And
okay.
I was like, I'm not gonna say it's bad. I was like, this is okay. This is good. But I just didn't understand the hype about it. Yeah. And then this new one came and I was like, oh, I want to try and see it on like an IMAX screen or something. Cause like you said, the visuals.
Yes.
I just didn't get around to it, to be honest.
I feel you, bro. I mean, neither. Yeah. But I'm gonna check it out now. It's on Disney Plus. So
right now that is here. Yeah.
It's on Disney Plus and HBO Max, if I'm not mistaken.
Shit, they selling that thing out. He said, "Who wants a piece?"
That one thing, James, you can't call James Cameron. That's broke because they cashing him all the way up.
Ain't never has he ever been with the movies that man has done. My gosh,
that's facts.
Of course he talk about Marvel. He's like, look at my pockets.
I've been here. Right. All right, so switching gears now, we're going to get in our DC bag.
Okay.
So James Gunn recently was on Michael Rosenbaum's podcast called Inside of You, and he was talking about some of the DC things. And he left us with a few gems in the podcast, and we'll go over them. One of the big things that he was talking about, though, was the fact that Blue Beetle will be in his new DCU universe. He's like the first hero, I guess. And that Superman Legacy will be the first film that's starting off. We already knew that, but like that's going to be the first film.
He like clarified what that meant,
Mm-hmm.
but he also made more questions. At least for me, I don't know about y'all.
Right. So how do y'all feel about that? Because I know. Obviously, Blue Beetle was also coming out this year. I want to say August.
Yeah, it's like it's got to be soon. I'm assuming summer, so maybe August. Yeah,
it's pretty soon.
Yeah. And I know the star of Blue Beetle. I don't want to mispronounce his name.
Yeah,
I think it's Zolo or something like that.
Yeah, but I don't messed up. Yeah.
But yeah,
he seems great though.
He does,
and people know him from what's the show?
Cobra Kai.
Show. There we go.
Yeah. He was speaking about how like just saying like if it does well, then maybe hopefully we can be brought over.
That's what
to
he
the
said.
Next thing. That's what he was saying.
Okay.
But it seemed like James Gunn already made his mind up. Like y'all a part of this. You know what I mean? Or he's a part of this. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I thought that was cool.
It was
to say, but y'all got any thoughts on that? Like, how do you feel?
I'm gonna let you go first because I'm confused.
I mean, the way I took that, I actually just watched that interview.
It was a great interview.
Yeah, he told me it's great. I gotta watch it.
Really good.
But really great interview. But the way I took that is that Blue Beetle was already going when Gunn took over. Right. So I don't know if they were shooting it or what, but it was already like in motion. Yes. It was happening regardless. So the way I took what I took away from what he said is that Blue Beetle is going to be coming over like into his DCU, because like he was saying in that podcast, like in this new DCU, everything will be connected. Video games, animation, movies. Yes. It's all going to be telling one through story. So what I took away is that the character Blue Beetle is going to come over, but his movie isn't going to necessarily have anything to do with this new DCU story that's going. But Superman will be officially the first movie where its story and the plot is going to affect what happens in the future movies. That's what I took away from it.
I must be stupid. You killed that. I'm like, but just before the pod, I'm talking to Zen about this. I'm like, I don't understand. Like, I'm going through it. Like, does he mean this, or does it mean this? And you just said it in one sentence. I'm like, oh, okay. That is right.
He says it is kind of confusing.
Yeah, the way he worded it a bit. Yeah,
that's how I would take it.
I mean, think you're spot on. You could be wrong, right? But it's no other way to take that. Yeah, for sure.
Especially if that's what he's doing, like that makes the most sense.
It does. Like to keep the story, like because I was saying to him jokingly, I'm like, okay, so like does George Lopez's character like not appear in DCU, but Blue Beetle does? Like I was like, I didn't know, but that makes sense.
Keep George,
right? You know what I'm saying? But now it makes sense. They can keep the same characters, but whatever that story was before, this has nothing to do with what actually is about to happen.
Yeah,
but the characters can be the same. Got it.
Right.
Got it. That's Thank you. I don't have questions anymore.
That was. Hey, I'm here to help, man.
Yeah, man, killing it.
And one more thing he said that he was saying that once Superman is done, he's going right into season 2 of Peacemaker. Now I don't know if that meant creating it or like.
To me, I thought creating it personally, because there will be things. There was already stuff kind of announced after Superman, correct? Or am I making this up right now? That is being released. I'm not talking about from James Gunn, just being released under DC.
Like Waller, I know that was
right. Isn't it all 25 though? There's stuff in 25.
Yeah.
So I think he literally meant like working on it. Once we're done, I did all my part on this. We're gonna go over here. I think is how I took it.
My question.
I agree.
My question is, do y'all think that's a bit much, man? That seemed like a lot
on him. You saying?
Yeah. Because he's the head of the studio. He's writing and directing Superman.
Yeah, no, you're right.
And then I don't know. He didn't really get into his involvement with Peacemaker 2, but I know the first season.
I swear he did, bro. Do you remember? Did he announce anything? Didn't he say that he's still doing Peacemaker?
I think he announced he finished the script for Peacemaker.
That's what it was.
I think he finished writing it.
Gotcha,
and like you were saying, though, I think what he means is that once Superman is done shooting and like his job on Superman is done, then they're gonna go into production of Peacemaker. But like the script is written, like the story, he knows what's going on.
Because remember, while the show was on, I'm sorry, I did not mean to interrupt you. Go. Remember when the show was on, at the end, we already got told that it was going to be a season 2?
Yeah.
And people got confirmed?
Yeah, even the way it ended.
Right. But when that happens, sometimes, not all the time, but sometimes those actors already get signed on. So, like, it probably was already in the, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But no.
I'm good with that. I really enjoyed Peacemaker. And I love John Cena in the role. So, like, just seeing more of that cast of characters.
No, but I want to talk about what you were asking. Like, is that a lot? I mean, it's that man. It's his choice, right? If he's being like just realistic, yeah, like he can do whatever you want. But it's like, hey, man, like you need to sit down. Like I don't know, because I guess if we really break it down, they already came up with their whole plan for DC. They have in mind. Remember, he also said he didn't even give us the whole first of the entire first phase. We only heard part of the first phase, which is like 7 phases or something. He said there's a lot of phases, so. I don't know. I guess chapters. There you go. 1. There you go. Right. No phases over here. I'm sorry. I mean disrespect. I mean stepping no toes. My bad. I'm used to some things. I'm used to some things. You used to be over here, man. Okay. No, but yeah, because he already has all of that stuff planned. At least the overarching, the overall situation. I just feel like once he does Peacemaker, he might kind of chill when it comes to him doing the entirety. On a project. He's probably like, Peacemaker, he wasn't planning to get the job for the whole DC. He's just making the show. Right. Then they're like, hey, bro, you want this? He's like, but I'm all right, let me finish my lunch. But like, you know what I mean? Like, so now he's like, all right, y'all, we got signed on. I'll come finish this up. Like, honestly, I'm not even trying to make a thing out of it, but Peacemaker might be done at the end of season 2 just because of his job now.
Yeah, sure.
Unless if he trusts somebody crazy, it'd be wild if like Sean or something like just could take. I don't know. Like I don't know. Does Sean write too? I have no idea.
I don't know.
He does a lot though because he does mocap for Rocket and stuff. So I don't know. But if he trusts somebody enough to do it, then I could see Peacemaker keep going because we're gonna love Peacemaker. You know what I mean? But I don't know. It's interesting. There's so much going on over there. We don't have anything yet. So we're just going to keep poking until.
Yeah. I feel like he's in a weird space. Just as far as how much he can talk about, just because we still aren't done like this old DC movie.
Right.
Stuff.
Like he still has to promote
like the Flash
that.
comes out tomorrow.
Literally.
You know what I mean? And then we still got Aquaman. Like it's things still in motion, and you don't want to deter people from seeing these films that already, people spend a lot of time and
that's about to become his budget
putting on. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like, I know it's like I'm assuming he probably treads lightly on what he talks about and how much he can share because it could, deter people because it's like we're so used to these connected universes, and it's like you're invested in the whole story. You know what I mean? So it's like if you're telling me this movie doesn't even matter and you're about to make some whole new stuff over here, it's like why go see it? You know what I mean?
So imagine if he came out and was like, oh yeah, we're gonna have a new Aquaman and it's gonna be played by this guy. Like who the hell is gonna care about
4 tickets sold,
Lost Kingdom,
right.
It's gonna completely hurt the sales. And like you said, now that he's the guy, no matter how he feels, like he's got to promote these movies until they're finished. So like you said, he's got to really tread lightly on, what he says, what he announces. Cause again, he could announce something not even thinking of it. And then it's like, oh, well, if that's happening, then why do I give a shit about this Flash or whatever?
Right.
Yeah, that is a lot of pressure. Kind of, he's walking real lightly. But it's interesting too, because I was saying to you about like Peacemaker. He got to retcon stuff in his own show, so I just really wonder how this is gonna go about.
Yeah, I'm curious.
Like that Justice League scene, that literally probably isn't gonna exist because of Flash, or we don't know the end. I don't know the ending personally, so I don't know. I'm assuming that the ending maybe will make sense to Peacemaker season 2, but also Peacemaker is going to be the only thing that's still from the other DC, right? Yeah. So it's like they're gonna have to make sense of it.
Yeah. So I'm excited to see, because I know we all know James Gunn is a big nerd, so it's like I know he's gonna get into it, and I know he'll probably have some type of ways to explain these things. So I'm just excited to be able to see what he's cooking up.
Watch him do a scene like in Guardians 3 when they basically give the whole catch up from Peter Quill about Gamora, and Nebula's like, yeah, that's pretty much happened. Would it be like in Peacemaker though? That'd be kind of lit.
I could see it for sure,
right?
Not for sure.
Make it that easy, real quick. Oh, so this happened with the Flash, and then somebody be like, I don't know what you're talking about, and then it's over.
Vigilante.
See, that's oh my god, Vigilante and like Peacemaker conversation or something. That's immaculate,
right? Exactly, and
it's like you were in a coma or something.
Like, oh, I heard on the internet that blah blah blah, whatever.
Yep.
Yeah.
Boom. Done.
Yes, and he's like, oh, that's why I haven't seen that like the fish dude in a long time. You know what I mean? Or like,
Yeah, I mean, I trust, like we were talking about, same with Feige, like Gunn gets the pass too.
Sir.
I mean, I just think he is just he's so creative, and he just brings so much life into these properties that like you said, I don't envy the man, because he has a tall order. But even talking on that podcast, he was saying he enjoys the work. And like,
love that.
He loves what he does, so that gives me hope. Like I said, it's still a very tall order for the man, and he's going to be working his ass off. But it seems that he genuinely enjoys it. So I have faith that they're all going to turn out. And like you said, Peacemaker is going to be great. I can't wait for that. I love the first one.
Yep.
Every opening sequence.
Immaculate.
I don't mean to go on a tangent.
We love Peacemaker.
Every time I watch every episode, I let it play.
I do let it play, and I don't do that for all shows. I don't. That's a good one.
It's like one of those things. Like if I'm like feeling like pissed off or like sad or something, like I'll literally throw the Peacemaker intro on like YouTube. It's just so fun, and it's so funny. Like the synchronized dance and the music. Oh, it's just it's so good. Yeah. Like so good. Yeah.
It is.
Yes, I love it.
Oh, I miss it. We can't keep thinking about the show right now. I'm gonna go home and watch all of Peacemaker again. Yo, no, I definitely do love that show. Everything you said is super true.
No, facts, man.
In Gunn we trust.
In Gunn we trust.
Yes. Right. He needs his own like Hunger Games, John. Like, like something. I don't know what he got. He got to get something.
That's crazy. All right, for our last topic here today. Like you were saying earlier, Secret Invasion is dropping this week. And some of our friends at Agents of Fandom have had the opportunity to see the show early,
gang,
and we wanted to just check out some of their non-spoiler reviews for it, and then kind of give our final predictions before we get to see the show on what we think is going to be,
in the show. Yep.
So this is from Adam.
Should be fun.
Shout out Adam Blevins, Agents of Fandom.
Yeah. Yes.
So let me see where to start here.
I'm about to say because you about to run through?
Yeah.
You about to skim? Okay, cool.
I'm going to skim. So basically, Adam was, paraphrasing. The creators behind Secret Invasion, we know what audience want from this show, and they don't waste any time giving it to us. From the opening seconds, you're overcome with suspicion and unease as your eyes dart around the screen, wondering what's real and what's not. On top of an expertly crafted story, the series offers outstanding performances, beautifully real settings, and stakes that feel simultaneously personal and catastrophic all at the same time.
Damn, Adam.
Love it.
I thought I was watching.
Love it.
I'm like in the show. I'm like thinking. I'm looking at the picture too.
Right?
Yeah, like I saw that. Right? Adam, you need to start writing books, my friend.
Nah, that's fact. I don't want to get too much more away, but if you want the rest of that review, make sure to go to agentsfandom.com and check out Adam's review.
Yes.
But yeah, what are y'all guys feeling, man? Because I gotta say, at least for myself, like I know my hype level has been like up and down,
with this show.
Well, we just been getting a lot of content.
I got it.
A lot of different ways. You know what I mean? So like, it just dawned on me like earlier this week, like, oh snap, it's coming out next week. Like, you know what I mean? Like we've been waiting on Secret Invasion for so long. I remember seeing the first trailer and was blown away about it, basically going into what Adam was saying, how intense it looks. You know what I mean? So it's the moment's finally coming up here.
And
like I don't know, man. Like I am still like curious of what are we
about to see,
get?
right?
You know what I mean?
Like, what is this? Because we know what it is in theory, but I don't know. Did we knew about Loki, what the show was going to be about before, right? We didn't know about the TVA situation, but we knew that it was about his storyline, right?
Yeah, like springing off from from Avengers.
Did we know anything about WandaVision? I'm kind of running through it real quick.
No, WandaVision was
nothing, right? Just splat. So they keep doing this to us. So it's like this time this is the first time we're in this ballpark in Marvel for shows, though. The last time we've been in this ballpark was like what, Civil War, probably?
You talking about this?
Or Black Widow, maybe the tone. Even Black Widow to an extent, but not all the way, because even though that was spy, it wasn't like who's who. You know what I mean? It wasn't like it's almost like you're watching
Winter
Clue.
Soldier.
Right, Winter Soldier.
Oh, the show, Falcon and Winter Soldier. Great call. Sorry, yes.
Yeah.
But exactly
the
what?
movie.
The movie, yes.
Yeah.
Specifically with the what's going on. I get you. Yes, yes.
The spy kind of
thriller
thing. Yeah.
What they say, a spy, espionage. Is that the word?
Espionage.
Yeah. But but no, because of that, we're gonna be like, this might be one of those shows that really gets us back on every week. Yo, did y'all see that? Because we don't know. There's plenty of the shows we don't know what's happening or who's what. So it's already going to get us. If those first 2 episodes hit, we're going to be like, all right, yo, you seen that? Did you think he was him? And then we can't even talk about it right on the pod because we can be talking about it for hours before. Like, I'm just excited to be back in it. But I don't know. You said predictions, man. I don't know. What can I predict? Who's not real? Like, is that Don Cheadle? I'm going to say he's not real.
Yeah, Scroll Watch, bro.
There we go. Yeah, Scroll Watch.
Yeah.
That's my guess. Don Cheadle, not real. In this movie.
A good one.
In this one.
Yeah.
Yes. Don Cheadle, Rhodey. That's what I
What you think, bro?
Yeah. Dude, I'm so excited for Secret Invasion. And I mean, obviously, like you talked about before, I'm excited for everything. But I mean, I just love, even in the comic book, the Secret Invasion event in the comics, like the whole idea of someone is not who they say they are. And not only that, but especially in the book, it's like majorly emphasized that like anybody can be a Skrull, like Tony Stark, which I know he's dead in the MCU, but you know, like literally anybody. And I really hope that in the show, they really lean into that heavy. And I hope that we get like some crazy Skrull, like you said, Don Cheadle I think would be a really good one because Rhodey has been in the MCU since Iron Man 1.
Exactly.
So to think like, oh my God, he was a Skrull.
So what does that mean, right?
Yes, exactly. Like that would be huge. So I really, like I said, hope that they really lean into the anybody, because I don't know. To me, it's like when you see the cast announcements, you see like the new people coming in, and it's kind of like, oh, well, they're going to be a Skrull. Like, oh, well, they're obviously going to be a freaking Skrull, whatever. I want like a crazy, crazy one. Like, just like, oh my God. Yeah. But yeah, I'm excited. And I think it's really going to hit, like Adam was saying, you know, that spy thriller, you know, espionage kind of theme, and it's going to bring us back to, like you were saying, that WandaVision era where everyone, you know, the theories and the, oh my God, did you see that? And I cannot wait for that. Like that is the best part about all this nerd stuff, especially the movies and stuff is, you know, theorizing and, you know, seeing the little eggs and all this stuff. And it's just going to be such a fun time.
So perfectly said. I feel like it's like when you go opening night to see a new Marvel movie, that reaction, it's that, but like with shows now, basically. You know, like on a weekly, it's so cool, and everyone just gets to hype it up every week. Then you hear rumors that might mess it up, it might make it better. You know, it's just everything about it is so cool. Yeah, I might be back.
It's so fun.
Yeah.
But as far as theory, I was sorry.
Oh no, go ahead.
No, please. Theory. Yes,
I would say theory. I like I said, definitely a major Skrull.
Gotta be
someone
at least one.
I don't think it'll be Fury, but like something on that level. Someone
it could be. I guess would that affect y'all as much since we already had him as one?
That's what I'm saying.
That's what I was asking. If we find out it still wasn't him, and like maybe he's like really dead or something. You know, like that would
really
maybe
think.
But
that's why I don't think it will be.
Right.
But you know, who knows?
Exactly.
But then I also think, because we were just talking, Marvels is coming in November. And that's going to have a lot to do with the Kree. And, you know, we've seen the Kree in the MCU, but not a lot of them.
That is true.
And I think that in Secret Invasion, we're going to learn more about the Kree and Skrull conflict. And I think we're going to learn the Skrulls aren't as big of bad guys as we think. Kind of harkening back to Captain Marvel, the first one, where we learn, you know, the Skrulls were just trying to find a peaceful place to live. So I don't know. I smell Kree. I smell Kree bullshit.
Talk good talk. Yo,
I'm smelling some Kree shenanigans.
No, I think you onto something, because someone that is, again, one of these people that have information in the game of Marvel stuff, right? They said something about, they were like, and it wasn't like a hint. They were literally like, oh, about to rewatch Captain Marvel the night before I watched Secret Invasion. And I was like, that makes sense. But I'm like, what you know?
Yeah,
you know,
so
it just made me be like, because I was like, okay, like that makes sense to do, but I wouldn't have sat here and thought, hey, yo, you watching Captain Marvel? Like, that makes sense when we're going to see Guardians. Hey, you're going to watch the movies before, but I'm not thinking that with Secret Invasion. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I'm like, maybe some Kree bullshit. It smells alien-like. You know what I mean? I don't know.
Yeah, man.
She wants something.
Yeah, sure. Man. Y'all said it all, man.
Wait, you don't got no prediction?
I do have a prediction. Now,
give it to me.
The thing is, for me, I took a step back from the show. I'm looking at the characters that we know from this show that we kind of care about. You know what I mean? That been around for a while. And there's only two that I can think of that if they were a Skrull, it would really like break some hearts. You know what I mean? And it's Rhodey.
Right. Who's it?
And Everett Ross.
Oh, it might be Ross.
Ooh, I can see Ross being a Skrull.
Ross, dude.
No, which is crazy, dude, bro.
That's a good one.
Yeah, that's why. Wow, that's a good one, bro. Because I gotta give you the applause. That was great. But no, that's really interesting, because I feel like if you didn't say it with us in this mode right now, right? Yeah. Let's say we were just talking and out of nowhere something pops up with Secret Invasion. You said that, I might not be as affected. You know what I'm saying? Just because when you, on surface level, when you think of that character, it's not like Rhodey or like a superhero. Yeah. But when you think about all the stuff he knows and all the stuff he's been in, since I'm thinking now, yo, I'm right. Like the implications of that would be stupid. All the Wakanda stuff. I'm like, what's going on?
FBI,
CIA. Does Val know that? You know what I'm saying?
She was with him. She was married.
Yo, there's too much going on. Yeah, you see what I'm saying? Nah, you might be on to something right now. That's a lot.
Theory of the day right here.
Wow. And, to make it even worse, did y'all see the clip that came out?
I didn't watch it.
Okay, I know I didn't want to, but it was only 5 minutes, so I did it. Did you see about the clip? Okay, cool. Do you want to even? It's only the first 5 minutes. I don't want to ruin it. Okay, cool. So it's a new character. I don't know his name. He's talking to Everett Ross, though. Whoever the character is, he played my guy with the fire sword in Game of Thrones. Whoever that man is. Have you seen him in the trailer?
I know
you know what I'm talking about. That dude, he's in this show, but I just don't know the character's name or the actor's name. I'm sorry. So he's talking to Everett Ross. Everett Ross is in like some creepy, the vibe, right? Yeah. They're somewhere underground, and the dude is freaking out, almost like with a bunch of things on a board, like trying to figure something out.
Like the Charlie Day meme?
Yes. No, literally, it's that. And he's losing his mind, basically being like, no, it was Skrulls the whole time. Like, and Everett is like, yo, like he's getting the information for the first time. And I'm just, wait. I'm trying to think on why I was telling y'all all this about the damn scene now. Oh, Everett Ross, right? Okay, cool. So with his reaction, that's why I was wondering if y'all watched it. His reaction is so like, I don't even almost believe you. Like, makes sense for the show, right? Yeah. But I'm like, damn, is this Poe really like, like 2, 3, 4 time at everybody? Like, because he's coming to this dude that's giving him more knowledge. Like, oh, I have no idea who this is. Throughout the show, Everett Ross is one of the main characters outside of Samuel Jackson. So I'm like, bro, this might lead to some funky stuff.
Yeah.
Like, that theory was crazy.
I like that a lot, dude. That's a good one, yeah.
Wow.
I'm hoping that we also get, like, some type of crazy reveal later in the show. Like, I know it's, like, we don't know about any of the heroes being in the show at all. But, like, that would be a super crazy.
Oh, my God. Yeah.
If somebody, we get, like, I don't know, is it 6 episodes, right?
Yes.
Like, episode 6, like, Thor walks in or somebody crazy.
Honestly, I could see Brie coming in, but they did give her a cameo already. Yeah,
that's the safest bet is Brie, or I mean even Monica, because we know at the end of WandaVision she's with Fury. So depending on where this takes place in the timeline, she could be in the show a decent amount. Honestly.
I honestly think that they might have timed it because they be moving around stuff. They might have timed it so that the next thing is the Marvels, right? So
like I said, I don't think that's an accident. I think that was purposeful.
Yes, I
We're
agree.
getting Secret Invasion and then Marvel's right after. Like, there's no way that was an accident.
And I'm also interested to know, because Don Cheadle has said it again. I know he just did an interview, I think, recently, and he just said it again that Secret Invasion is setting up Armor Wars. So, and we don't really know much about Armor Wars at all. Yo, so, like, I'm curious to see what that setup is, or are we going to know it when we see it? Like, oh, okay, all right, this is going to get resolved.
Yeah.
there.
Oh, you spinning right now, because when I think of Armor Wars, that's all about, you know, the tech stuff. Unless if they're changing it, and they could have, because remember now it's a movie, so I really don't know what the changes will be. But like, damn, how the hell the Kree Skrull War and people being fake lead to like, hey man, I want this suit. Like, I just don't know. I'm like interested. Okay.
Well, here's a question. I mean, I honestly don't know this. Okay. So if you guys know, who's running Stark Industries right now? Is it Pepper? I mean, I guess we assume it's Pepper, but they could be a Skrull.
Oh my God.
The Skrull has all the Stark tech, controlling Stark tech, and then Armor Wars. If, like you said, what we did know about it is still true, now that it's a movie, it's going to be dealing with stolen Stark tech and all that stuff. It could have been a Skrull the whole time.
Yo, you tripping? I'm sweating. I was sweating all the time.
If Pepper is a freaking Skrull,
yo, no, that's what I thought you were saying. That's why I'm sitting there. I'm out.
Pepper or Happy?
I guess I am saying that too.
Pepper or Happy would be wild.
Yeah.
To make it even more crazy, I heard a grip ago there was rumors of Justin Hammer coming back because of.
I've heard that
because of in Armor Wars.
Yeah,
he could be behind stuff too. When it comes to Stark Industries and stuff, and then you also got who bought the tower. Is that involved? It's too much. It's too much. It's too much.
Skrull
now I'm just thinking everybody's fake. Yeah, I'm like
Skrull Watch. Yes,
yeah, Skrull Watch. Skrull Watch is lit.
Like, can't trust anybody. That's the whole thing.
Right.
This is so crazy too because again, like you said up with the cast, like I remember originally I didn't even know much about what Secret Invasion is, not knowing as much about the comics. And I just saw the cast list. I was like, I'm going to watch this regardless. Like, this is sturdy. I saw an interview the other day of Emilia Clarke being like, she almost spoiled something. She said her character's name and then said, and I can't tell you anything else because I don't know what to say. And then she was like, but watch it because the cast just made me want to like pinch myself every day. So I was like, yeah, this show is probably, the acting in this is probably like, next level.
Dude,
on top of the Marvelness, you know, the Mother of Dragons talking about, you know what I mean? Like, and then we get my guy, who's the main villain tech, the way they're promoting it. My guy, right?
What is his name?
Benedict, bro. When I mean he's sturdy, I don't know how much y'all seen him, but I've seen him maybe like 3 times now. He's so fire. So it's like,
and they gave us a lot of him. Like we seen his
in the trailer, right? Yeah, he was doing all types of Venom octopus arms. I don't know what he was doing.
Yeah. I think he's a super Skrull.
I think so too.
Oh, that makes sense. Yeah, because they not doing that. They don't got no octopus on.
I ain't seen another Skrull do that.
I never seen. It's like you a little different. I never seen that one before.
Ben Mendelsohn could never do that.
Right, facts. Oh, that makes it so funny because you can't see. But on this article for Adam, there's a picture of Ben Mendelsohn and Samuel Jackson. They're like holding each other. But now I'm thinking about this, and I'm like, he looked like they need help in this. Like, yeah, they gonna need to call the event. I don't know. Oh man, I'm excited. That made me more hype.
Me too, man. We are eating, man. We are eating.
Now we are,
yes, sir.
But again, man, that's our.
Oh, that was it. Boo. I'm having fun.
Yeah, this was been really fun.
We gotta leave.
Boo. Unless y'all know a rumor or something, I ain't gonna get nothing. I'm like, well, you heard something? Oh man, no, that was great, man. You just gotta hold
Thank you again.
I gotta applaud
for pulling
first.
up on us, man.
Yes, bro.
This was so fun, man. Really.
I did the wrong one. Sorry.
But yeah, thank you, bro, for pulling up on us.
No, it was incredible having you, bro. It was so much fun. You gotta come back.
Dude,
come
guys,
back.
thank you guys again so much for having me. This was an absolute blast. Like I said, I don't even want to get out of here.
No, for real, bro. I'm chilling. I'm like, oh man. This is your fault. The Secret Invasion talk. You got me thinking about scrolls and stuff. Oh goodness.
You'll be thinking about it for
It's true. It's true. It's true.
For sure.
But yeah, like I said, thank you guys so much. This was so fun. I mean, the invitation extends to you guys as well. If you guys ever want to come and nerd out on Sons of Milnir, our door is always open.
Hey, man.
Yeah, this is so great. This is awesome.
Yeah, thank you,
plug everything that you want to plug, my guy.
Socials, everything, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so you can find me on Twitter at the Fat Thor. Pretty easy to find me. you can find my stuff on thestreamer.com. That's going to be all my reviews for, I think my latest one was for Guardians 3 was the last like MCU one I did. Dope. But I got stuff about, games, movies, TV, all that kind of stuff. And the streamer itself has all sorts of stuff. So go check them out. And then you can find my podcast, The Sons of Mjolnir, on YouTube, Spotify, basically anywhere you get your podcasts. We nerd out about comics and all sorts of nerdy stuff. So come find me.
Yes. Yes, I got to give you one more applaud, my guy. You killed it.
No,
yeah.
Had my mind spiraling. I think I'm a scroll. I don't know what's going on. I'm confused. I'm like, was that green the other day? I don't even know. Nah, but man, that was lit.
Yes, it was, and
right, you want me to do the
I got it.
Okay,
I do it.
so
But yeah. If you didn't know, this is the Agents of Fandom podcast.
Bang, bang.
Again, please check out agentsofandom.com and all the Agents of Fandom social media. And the podcasts include Agents of Fandom, Fandom Academy.
Oh, same one, same time. Bang! Ticket to Reality.
Ticket to Reality.
And
us. You know what I mean? So yeah, make sure you check out agentsofandom.com, and we're dropping articles every day.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And this was Listen 3000. We'll be back at you real soon.
Oh, thank you, Sound Gallery Studios, for always allowing us in this lovely space. Come book it up.
And make sure you like, comment, subscribe. I forgot to talk about that earlier in the
Oh yeah, go on.
If you're watching this on YouTube,
Yes.
please like, comment, and subscribe. If
Please.
you listen to us on our podcast app, give us 5 stars. Give us a review.
And next time y'all see us, we're going to talk about The Flash. So, at least a little bit. So we'll see you next time.
I'll sit out on that one.
Say less.
All right, y'all. Peace out.
When you're in my head, I don't feel a thing. I go in my head. Even at my worst, still my everything. I go in my